Hey everybody, let me talk in this video about activity lifecycle. So in the previous video when we define activity like this activity have life cycle when it's created, when it's going to pass, when it's going to resume, and all the events that happen behind the scene. So you have to be aware when you work with activities. If you go to this website for Android developer, you'll see first the activity. When activity is created, first thing is launch app is on create. That for that reason, you will see every activity. If you see home main activity have on create. So this is first one fire up. But there is many events will fire up. Then another event name it on start. Then on resume. Then start running. The activity will be in foreground. Then it's going to pass if you open another activity. Then if you return back, you will do resume and he open it for you. If you're done from it, you go to stop, then he go to restart and start again. If you go to main, and this I will show you in details in a real world example. So if you see, this is how the life cycle of the activity. If I want to demo this example for you, so I have to implement all the events for the activity. All the events already built in here inside this app compact activity. So all that event like on start, on stop, on resume, on all these events are DC. Here you have on start, on stop, all these events on destroy, and all these events already been like implemented. We just do override for these methods. So let me do override for all these methods. So first of all, I will say, hey, I will define protect or void on start, and this one it call it, he will fire up super dot on start. Okay, because he called the parent, because this method is overwriting another method. So make sure to add this notation, so if it's the error he tell you error. So do to us is just something to display message in front of the user. Just you say do to us dot make text. You want to show text, you give it this, or you give it get application context, same. Then you give it message. So the message that I want to show on start. Then I would do how long time I want to show it. To us dot, let me say long. If I want it for long time, then I click show. So what this do, this will display message. So when you do to us dot make text, I want to show message. When I want to show it in this activity, what the message? This is the message for long or short, for long time, then click show. So this is one of the methods. I just want to repeat it for the other methods, like this second one, third, 4, 5, 6. So let me just update it. Second one should be on stop. Is that right? Yes, on stop, on restart, not on stop, on restart. Okay. See, he accepts this method, because if there's error, he say, hey, there's error. So I will do same one thing for this another event, name it on resume. Okay, you have to accept it. If there is error, overwrite will say, hey, you write something error. For that reason, I add overwrite. Then I have another method. I have, in addition to the on resume, sorry, I have on pass, when the method going to when the activity go to pass, PAUSE. Here you go, he just accepted, hopefully he accepted. PA, yes, he accepted. Then more methods. I have here one more on stop, when the method, this one run directly when the activity stop it. And lastly, I have on destroy, when the activity destroyed. So make sure these destroy. Okay, this one will be run or will be fire up when activity destroy. So this methods, hopefully now everything is correct. This is method already implemented, as you saw before here in this class. Already this method available. So we just override them to do events. So for example, you want to do something when my activity go to the on resume, when another activity is open it. I just want to do something, or I want to do something when my activity is pass, or whatever, like one of my activities stop, when my activity destroy, I want to do something. So this is all the event you could play with. This is already events from OS, not from you. So you just change the content of this event. You have to keep this thing same, but just like adding message, whatever you want to write. So now let me run and see how this method is run. So, and also I want to show you the real world example. We forget to add. Okay, let me wait before he run. I want to add another one for on start, so you would see it here also on create. Okay, so passing down and create the events again, so to make sure everything is cool. So wait for some time until he will create. So you will see how this event will be fired up according to this and how we could treat this event. So see, first one on create, as he said, on create, then on start, run, then should be on resume, then the activity now is active. Is that right? Yes, the activity is active. Now he is on resume, then the activity is active. Think about I'm going to other activity, admin 1 1 1 1 4 ones. So if I just go to the second activity, the first activity goes to on pass. Is that right? Then he goes to on stop. He will not go to on destroy because I'm stalled. Now if I just click back, I return back to my activity. He went to on restart, on start, on resume. Now the activity, I see it. Did you see how it's work? Now even if you just, I'm now in resume and activity, so I just go to main. Even he changed it to on pass. My activity now on pass, then on stop. Why it's on stop? Because the application goes back home. If I just click back, on restart, the activity is run again. So make sure from this event and how you work with them. So don't do this mistake in your life. Like don't go to the second activity and instead finishing the activity you do this thing. You say no, I'm not finished. I could do this by going back by doing this two lines. Sorry. You go from this to the main activity. You know what I mean. You say I will not add finish. I'm not finishing the activity. I want to do intent for the main activity. So whenever he want to come from first activity, he will use intent to come here. And when I want to go back, I go back to the same intent. But the problem is you are doing too many activities, because whenever you do intent, you create a new instance from that activity. So think about how many activity you will create. I will show you in a second. When I go, now I'm in the first activity. Now I have one copy from main. If I just go here, I still have one copy. Is that right? No, I just log in. I have two login here. Admin 1 1 1 4 1. Is that right? When I click login, now I'm here. Now if I click finish, if he return me back to the first forum, he have to have same data. Is that right? Because he's not creating new one. But the reality now, if you go back, he create a new one. Now I have two main activity. If I click admin now and I add 1 1 1 1 1 4 ones, I just log in. How many activities now I have? I just went back. How many main activity now I have? Now I have 3 copies of main activity. So you don't feel it, you don't see it, but in reality they are loading in the memory. For that reason you see it empty. So while if you have finished, you will not see it empty. You will see it empty because here he opened a fresh one for you. But here you will not see it empty because he returned you back to the origin one. So make sure from this point and try to avoid any type of this error when you work with intent, because intent is a way to open a new activity for you. Don't use it unless you want to open your activity. And when you're done, make sure you close this activity so you will not have any problem. Here you go. See, now when I close it, here tell me with the same form that follow up with data. Before a few seconds with intent, here tell me two new form without any data. But still the out form loaded inside because you see how the events work. So make sure you are working well, and yeah, here we're done, and thank you for watching.